Well, in this section of the episode, I'm going to show you some new stuff what's been sent to me to test by a gentleman. I've got him on my phone. He's called Darko Dell Orco, and he's on the Artemis Owners Group UK, and he makes different things, 3D printed magazines for different rifles, like the Artemis brand, on his 3D printers. So one of the main things, main problems that people are talking about in regards to the Artemis P15 and the other Artemis rifles is the magazine. So the standard magazine, what comes with it, it's not very good. It's okay, but it's not the best, I'll say. You have to load your pellet in backwards, a bit like you do with the FX rifles. But I've found that even shooting the preferred pellet through my Artemis P15, which are these JSB exact heavies here, and these are 4.52mm there, just so people can see. Every maybe out of say 10 shots you'll get one what's a bit of a flyer, and it comes out of the group by maybe 1 centimetre or 2 centimetres, which is not ideal. Single shot with these pellets, the rifle is absolutely bang on. It's pellet on pellet out to silly distances, and I have done some testing out to 73 metres on a piece of metal where I was hitting a piece of bird poo on the right amount of holdover at 73 metres. So you can see this magazine. So and he also does single shot adapters like this, so you can put your pellet in and single shot adapt like that if you want. The rifle does come with a single shot adapter, and I do find it okay, quite easy to use, plenty of room with the P15. I'll show you in a minute to put a pellet in, but this gives you the option to load from the side if you want to. Now, I'll just turn it this way. You can see there is, I can fit my finger in. There is quite a gap, so when the standard one fits in there, you just put the pellet in the top. I'm just going to fire it off. It is not loaded, it's just cocked. See, it's very quiet, and that's even without pellet in. That's with the Mark Dempsey shroud. So what he also makes is these little clips here, and these little clips have got the what's it called again? The Weaver mount adapter there, so you can actually put them on your rifle as well if you want to, like so. They just fit on the side like that if you want to keep spare ones, and you can obviously take them off, so forth. Or if you've got one this side like me, you just clip them on from the bottom like so, and then you can keep your spare mag there. And if you, so I'm trying to do this one-handed, if you then need to take your magazine out, you just pull on the clip and it comes out like so. You see how it fits like that. Good idea. Right, so these magazines then, what have I found out about them from testing them? Absolutely brilliant. They cycle the shots flawlessly, and I'm going to show you that now. So I'm just going to take this magazine out, just put the rifle down for a second. You can see it's empty. Now what this does, it allows you this to actually load from the front. So I'm doing this obviously one-handed. It's also got a little colour there, so you know when it's last pellet. So I'm only just going to put let's have a lot, in fact 2, 3, 4. There's an O-ring. You can see there what stops the pellet. It seats the pellet. There's no need to push them down further into the O-ring. They seat really well actually. So I think I put 4 or 5 in there. You can see they're in there. And I'm just going to move the camera around, just spin it a little bit. Show you. So slips in, really simple. You notice that closed really easily. there's no jamming or anything. I'm just going to come back a little bit. Hopefully you can see that it absolutely cycles beautiful. It's really smooth actually. It's super smooth. It's quite shocking how smooth it is in this P15 rifle. To come out again, same thing, just cock the rifle, take it out like that. Super quiet. But yeah, so that's obviously a little look at them, and I'll post a link to Darko's Facebook on the Artemis Owners Group UK. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using this, do some ratting, and you'll see how quick it can cycle and how accurate it's going to be shooting them rats. It'll be also the same for rabbits, because the pellets do stay within the group and there's no flies anymore. So where we are then, I'm out, and this is the first shot of the night. I was just checking this field. There's been a few rabbits on there over the summer, and I just thought I'd have a check. So I didn't have the laser rangefinder on. I took an estimated shot, and you see I rolled the rabbit over. This is in slow motion. The reason it's in slow motion is because I was a little bit low and it wasn't that clean. You can see it was more of a neck shot there on the retrieved rabbit, but it did die by the time I walked up to it. This is obviously the first rat at the pig farm then, and I zoom in, times 7, take a nice clean headshot. It rolls straight into the water, and that's actually all the pig wee and the mess what comes out the farm. This is a juvie rat. He's sat next to some bins and a piece of polystyrene. You see he's just bobbing around. I just take a nice clean shot on him, hit him, and he jumps to the right. I then retrieve him later and throw him on the manure pile. This is further down in the farm, and I can just see that there's 2 rats there. They're sitting under some pallets, and I'm choosing which one to take. Now you got to remember this rat, so I take this one first, go for a headshot. You can see, and he runs off. Now I slow it down in a second, and you'll see it's a perfect headshot. Then later on in the video you'll see him return again, which is quite funny. So you can see there the pellet, I've stopped it there, and then I let it go again, hit it straight through the head, but you can see he's still got the power and the instincts to run off under the pallet. Like I say, we'll come back to that later on. I'm then seeing if his mate's still there, but his mate had gone. I just have a little scan around. I think I then zoom back out from 7 to times 2 to get a wider field of view, but he'd gone. This is the same pallet bed a bit later on. See, I take a nice clean shot on that rat, and you'll see, even though I hit him with a nice clean headshot, see how it's bouncing about, and that's just nerves. A lot of people who are not really a fay with hunting think that that's a cruel wounding shot, but it's not. It's a clean headshot, and you can see now why a lot of hunters go out ratting. Say they shoot say 30 rats but only pick up say 15, and that's because they can bounce out of arm length and you can't pick them up. But this one, obviously, there you can see where I'd hit it. Lovely shot. This one's in the top of one of the barns. It's actually sticking its head under the gutter lot. Watching the IR, I didn't think I could see it, but I gave it a little bit of hold over and I hit it, and you'll actually see in a second the blood's dripping outside its head. So it was a lovely clean headshot on the hold over. You can see it's still bouncing around, and you can imagine now if that wasn't such a tight space, even though that rat, as you saw, was hit perfectly, it'd still be able to bounce a long way out of arm's length and arm's reach, and you wouldn't be able to get it. But on this occasion I did, and in a second I'll show you. I take a photo of it. There he is. This one's a bit of a longer range shot, and what I'd done here is I'd turned the IR to its widest view, so it wasn't that bright. I did that because the rats were starting to see the IR,
This is under some pallets at the back of one of the barns, and you can see there's a rat there. They seem to like these pallets, and they like piles of hose pipes as well. So this is quite interesting. I take the shot, and at first I thought I'd missed because another one pops out straight away, but I did hear it like an impact sound, the normal sound you hear when you hit rats. So I'm just about to take the shot at this one again, and you'll see two appear. So I've got the Darko magazine in, so it allowed me to reload quick, so I ended up actually with 2 rats there, and I wouldn't have got that unless I'd got the Darko magazine, because if I was using single shot I would have never been able to load that quick. This one's on some hose pipes again. I need a really clean shot here because I don't want to hit the hose pipe. As you can see, I hit the rat on the left hand side of its skull, and that was a nice clean shot. I also retrieved that and threw that away. This is back under the pallets again. You see this rat sticking his head out. I go for a shot, but I think this is the one where I slip, and you'll see now the pellet impacts on the pallet. But even with the impact on the pallet and the shot being fired with the marked empty shroud, it's still really quiet. So I wait to get another shot on this rat, but he doesn't give me an opportunity. There was only an eye and I wasn't taking it. This is in a 45-yard barn, and I've got the IR on wide beam again. You can see I take a nice clean shot, and that's at about 33 meters, and knock him cleanly over, and then when I go up take a picture, he's actually in the pig wee. This is now going back to that pallet where I shot that rat and put it in slow motion. You can see I'm looking at this one. I'm not sure if it's alive or dead or just got its eyes closed, so I take a shot at it anyway, and you can see it's already dead. Now I believe that's the one that I shot earlier on and put in slow motion, and it has eventually bounced its way out after I'd gone and wedged itself under the pallet. This is towards the end of the night. You can see this rat sticking his head out from underneath some roofing, barn roofing, and you can see I hit him nice and cleanly as well. You can see the blood just coming out from below the ear now. You can see they've still got a lot of nerves. Quite strong animals.